Observatory, NITA. Dome of glass and steel crowns the lonely ridge outside Albuquerque. Inside, machinery hums like distant thunder. 1,000 monitors glow pale blue. Dr. Henry Frankenstein, 38, sharp-eyed and hollow-cheeked, stands at the main console. The light from the screens carves deep shadows under his eyes. Henry, they say when you stare long enough into the dark, it begins to stare back. For 20 years, I've been staring, waiting for it to blink. He adjusts dials, filters the static. A faint rhythmic pulse emerges, and 3 tones pause, 3 tones again. He freezes. Henry, come on. Don't vanish now, the pulse repeats. Henry records the data, breathes out hard. A man caught between awe and fear. Henry, I should have called it in. Waited for verification, but that night wasn't about protocol. It was about faith, and what faith costs. He hits transmit, lock signal X to observatory rooftop. Continuous, Henry steps outside. The desert air is cold. His breath fogs in the starlight. He looks up. Above him, the Milky Way sprawls like a river of dust and memory. Henry, somewhere out there, a voice had just whispered back. He closes his eyes. For a heartbeat, we glimpse what he sees. His late wife, Elena, laughing beneath the same sky. Henry, she used to say the universe was a conversation we'd forgotten how to hear. I promised her I'd listen. Henry's home. Later that night, a small, cluttered house filled with star maps and half-packed boxes. On the kitchen table, an old photo. Henry and Elena in front of a research module, smiling through dust and sunlight. Henry pours black coffee into a cracked mug. The news murmurs on the TV. Talk of funding cuts, climate shifts, another failed Mars relay. He mutes it. Henry, the world had stopped believing in the stars. We were too busy surviving daylight. He opens his notebook, pages of equations, sketches of waveforms. The new signal pattern glows on his tablet beside it. Precise. Deliberate. He traces the coordinates. Global Research Council. Dire polished conference room. Screens show the same signal data. Henry stands before a row of officials and scientists. Director Vaughn, 60s, old bureaucracy and sharp suits, leans back. Vaughn, you're telling us a planet sent you a message. Henry, I'm telling you, it came from behind Neptune, sir. A gravitational echo near a dark body we've logged, as Erebus 9 murmurs Vorneven. If that's true, there's no funding for deep outer missions. The Mars colonies are bleeding us dry. Henry, then I'll go with what's left. Probe, a shuttle, anything that gets me there. Vaughn, Dr. Frankenstein. Humanity can't chase every ghost. Henry, maybe. But this one's calling our name. Henry's garage, night tools, blueprints, and a small spacecraft simulator. Henry works alone under harsh white lights. He replays Elena's last video message on an old tablet, her face flickering through static. Elena, recorded. If you ever find what's out there, promise me you'll still come home. He pauses the screen on her smile. Henry Vio, I kept that promise once. I won't again. He types a sequence into his terminal, a covert flight plan embedding Erebus 9's coordinates into the upcoming supply mission schedule. Spaceport. Dawn engines ignite on the horizon. The sky turns white with light. Henry, suited and calm, boards the shuttle Astreus alongside 4 crewmates. Commander Reza, pragmatic, steady. Nova, Lee, pilot. Mid-30s, sarcastic Dr. Kent. Astrophysicist, younger, idealistic. Tech officer Alonso. Quiet, faithful. Reza, Henry, your payload file looked heavier than expected. Should I be worried? Henry, only if you don't like surprises. Nova, great. Another genius with secrets. They laugh lightly, unaware it will be their last. Earth orbit. Hours later, the Astreus slips through the atmosphere, the planet shrinking below. Henry, every launch feels like confession. The Earth falls away, and you realize how small your sins look from above. Ship, en route to outer system, weeks pass. The crew drifts between duty and silence. Henry spends nights alone at the observation deck, scanning for the signal. Can't you ever sleep? Henry, only when the universe does. The younger man smiles, shakes his head. Kent, maybe it's not calling anyone. Maybe it's just an echo. Henry, every echo starts with a voice. Communication Bay, day 38 days later. Alarms chirp softly. The signal reappears, stronger, sharper. Henry isolates it. The waveform morphs into geometric pulses, coordinates shifting in real time. Nova, what the hell is that? Henry, a correction. It's moving. The numbers align with their trajectory as if guiding them closer. Reza Henry, tell me that's coincidence. He can't. Space. Approach to Erebus 9A, black sphere, draped in faint auroras. Its surface absorbs light. Even stars dim around it. Henry, the planet shouldn't have been there. It wasn't on any map we trusted. It was hiding bridge. Continuous res will do a flyby, no landing. Copy? Henry hesitates, eyes fixed on the signal display, now a steady heartbeat. Henry, copy. But his hands enter new coordinates. Space, minutes later. The Astreus tilts off course. Engines flaring. Inside, alarm scream, Reza Frankenstein. What did you? A gravitational surge hits. The ship trembles, windows fracturing. Nova stabilizers offline. Henry, we're being pulled in. They fight controls, but the ship spins toward the dark atmosphere. Henry, in that instant I understood. The signal wasn't just a message. It was a hand. Reaching for us, the hull tears. White light floods everything. Fade to black silence. Unknown place. Later darkness gives way to violet haze. Henry's helmet display flickers, oxygen low. He stirs, gasps. Gravity exists. Gentle, rhythmic, as though the ground itself breathes. The others, gone. Only scorched fragments of metal half submerged in silver liquid. Henry, I should have died with them. But something wanted me alive. He struggles to his feet. The landscape stretches endless, crystalline plains reflecting a dim sun. A shape glides beneath the surface, vast and fluid. It vanishes before he can focus. Henry, hello? His voice echoes strangely, as if the air itself remembers words. Henry, that was the moment the story stopped belonging to me. He looks up. Strange constellations swirl like living eyes. Henry. Came here chasing proof of life. I didn't know it would find me first.